Hi, it's Councillor Mills here, and I wanted to talk to you this morning about what's going on in Venezuela and why I think the South African government under Cyril Ramaphosa and the ANC is setting us up for a confrontation, again, probably economic, with the US. Because regardless of what you think about the US's actions in Venezuela, the South African government has taken a very hypocritical stance by calling for a special UN session to discuss this, in the sternest terms. But they didn't do the same thing when Russia invaded Ukraine. It may not have been the same type of operation, but it's certainly a country invading another sovereign country to get their own ends, right? So nothing on Russia, but let's call a UN panel on the US. But we are already in trouble with the US. Donald Trump does not like South African legislation, and we've been threatened with trade losses, removal from AGOA, which is critical to a lot of our farming community, things like that. So really, the ANC is picking a fight with Donald Trump just at the wrong moment, when Donald Trump is really showing that he's prepared to do anything. And the ANC is setting South Africa as a whole up because they're running out of friends. If you look at who the ANC traditionally relies on for support, and also in theory, allegedly, for money, it's people like Russia, it's people like Iran, it's people like Cuba. We all remember when the South African government gave a whole bunch of money to Cuba just before the 2021 local elections 5 years ago. But of course, Russia's involved in Ukraine. Iran is busy, trying to deal with the start of what looks like it might end up being a civil war. And Cuba is right next to Venezuela and is literally shaking in its boots that it might be next. So the ANC's friends are really not ready to come to their aid.